So I have a confession to make. I really haven't been working on my dropshipping store. Like maybe 3 or 4 hours a week on it, that's it. But it still continues to run and make sales. And that's because I set it up on purpose to be a much more passive form of income. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 things I've done to get to this point that you can do as well. Now I started dropshipping about 6 years ago, so it has taken me a while to get to this point. But if you really put some effort into this and follow the tips I'm going to show you in this video, I really believe that you can be successful with this as well. So the first tip I have for you if you want your dropshipping store to be more passive is you have to be selling on a marketplace instead of selling on your own website or using something like Shopify. Now, when most people think of dropshipping, they do think of Shopify dropshipping. And while Shopify is great, it does present a lot of problems for beginners who are trying to start their first dropshipping store. And the first big problem with it is that you need to build your own website, and that's difficult to do. You'll need to think of a brand name for it. You'll have to buy a domain that's available, and not many domains that are good are available anymore. And you need to design your entire website, making the entire thing look nice and professional and a site that people actually purchase from. The second big problem with it is that you now have to get people to actually visit and find your website. And the way you do that, of course, is with advertising. That can be extremely expensive, and it's very difficult to optimize that. You usually have to spend a lot of money figuring out what types of ads work. A lot of businesses and a lot of new entrepreneurs waste a lot of money on advertising, trying to get people to find their website and hopefully buy from them. And that's all just for one single product. And if it's not a good product, then you've just wasted all that time and money building a website, paying for ads, running for ads, all for something that no one even wants. If you want your store to grow after that, you'll then need to do new research to find new products. And even if you end up selling the same product for years, you will need to constantly be creating new ads all the time for your website, because most ads only work for a few months before you need to create new ones. All of this makes dropshipping on Shopify really difficult for beginners and not really passive. Now, luckily, there is a place that beginners can dropship that doesn't have any of these problems, and because of the way it's set up, it has the ability to be much more passive. And I'm talking about dropshipping on eBay. With eBay dropshipping, you first of all don't have to build a website, and that's because you're going to be selling on one that already exists, one that someone else already made for you. And there are already a lot of people, a lot of customers shopping on eBay. So you don't need to pay for all those ads or all that marketing or try to even figure out how all that works. Essentially, you're going to be going where the customers already are. And once you list an item onto eBay, it can sell over and over and over again for years. The second thing that I did to make my dropshipping store almost completely passive was that I set up automation software. Now, what this software does is it really helps you to automate a lot of the tasks that you would have to do every single day in order to keep an eBay dropshipping store up and running. This is a software I use. It's called AutoDS. First thing you'll want to do is set up an account with them. If you use the link I have down in my description, you'll be able to get a $1 trial. So you can try this out for yourself to see if it's a good fit for you. What I really like about it are some of the features like this one, where if I click on the left that says Add Products, Single Product, what I can do here is basically plug in any item from any one of these suppliers. We have AliExpress, Home Depot, Sam's Club, Walmart, Wayfair, Vidaxel, Amazon, and it goes on and on. There's a whole bunch of them that it works with here. So for instance, I found this product right here on Walmart. It's like this night sky night light. It's really cool looking. So what I'm going to do is just copy down the URL and plug it in here to AutoDS. And now if I click right here where it says Publish to Store, that's all I need to do to create a listing on eBay. So you can see this product right here. This is the exact same thing on Walmart, the same exact images which have been brought over. It's taken the price and marked it up. It's brought over the description as well. And this really speeds things up quite a bit because in the past, we would have to download each of these images one by one and then upload them into eBay. We would have to copy over the price and the description and do some math to make sure that we not only cover this cost, but shipping costs and eBay fees and all that stuff. But we don't have to worry about all of that because AutoDS takes care of it for you. Better though, what's even more amazing about it is that now that we listed this product using AutoDS, it is now linked this product with the listing on Walmart, which means that if this item goes up in price on Walmart, our prices on eBay are going to go up as well. And if this item goes out of stock on Walmart, this item will go out of stock on eBay. So it's doing price and stock monitoring for us automatically. And we can even set it up to automatically place orders for us as well. So there's a whole lot that this software can do to completely automate so much of the dropshipping tasks for us. Now, while AutoDS does a lot to automate your dropshipping store for you, it can't do everything. So for instance, it can't respond to customer questions or do any really other types of customer service. But I do have a solution for that as well, and one that can be very passive after you set it up. So the third and final thing that I did to make my dropshipping store as passive as possible was that I hired virtual assistants. These are basically workers that I hired from another country, in this case from the Philippines, and I can hire them for far less than it would cost me to hire someone here in the United States. But despite that, they're still able to do everything to help me run my dropshipping store. Everything from product research to listing items and customer service, fulfillment, and even like responding to cases on eBay. They kind of fill in the gaps between what the software can't do, and they're really good at really putting in that final piece that's needed to have a passive dropshipping store. This is the website I use to hire virtual assistants. It's called Online Jobs. If you want to try it out for yourself, I'll have my affiliate link in the description down below. But what I love about this is that there are just so many different applicants on here. So anytime you post up a job, you will get a ton of responses from people looking for work. This was inside my account for a job I posted up last year. And you can see I just have so many people who have reached out to me looking to fill this position. Now, this website does cost money to use, which is a lot different from a website like Upwork, which is free to actually sign up and use. But what I found is that this actually ends up being cheaper. And the reason for that is because when you hire someone through Upwork, you are paying the money to Upwork, and then Upwork takes a percentage of that as their fee and gives the rest to the virtual assistant. That means the virtual assistant ends up with less money. So in order for them to actually have a livable wage, they actually have to charge you more money. So in the end, even though you're paying an upfront fee to use Online Jobs, you only need to pay it for 1 month, and then you can get rid of it after you've hired a virtual assistant. Then after that, you're not paying any more money to Online Jobs. You're paying the money directly to the virtual assistant. No website's taking a cut of it. So you have that direct relationship with the virtual assistant. It's more like you've hired them, and it ends up being cheaper for you as well. So I would definitely go with Online Jobs if you're really serious about finding a virtual assistant that can work for you long term. So there you go. Those are the 3 things I did to turn my dropshipping store into a much more passive form of income. But to be honest, you will never be able to get to this point unless you learn how to actually set up an eBay store yourself, how to get it like off the ground. So if you want to learn how to do that, then check out this video right here, and it'll show you exactly how you can start an eBay dropshipping store. So click here, and I'll see you there in just 1 second.